Burnout. You're probably an overachiever, doing everything you can to meet crazy high expectations or prove something to someone, until you lose your spark. Why does any of it matter? Feels like one tiny miss will cause the whole thing to collapse. You're angry, exhausted. It feels like you're becoming a shell of yourself, just trying to keep up. I've been there. Having recently faced major burnout, here are some tips for how to recover from and prevent it. So what is burnout? A lot of people think burnout is just normal stress. Why can't you just get over it? No, it's not because you're lazy either. It's actually a state of complete emotional, mental, and physical exhaustion caused by chronic and excessive stress. Keyword chronic. Over time, your worldview becomes increasingly narrow-minded and your options feel extremely limited. As a result, you might become highly irritable, possibly very cynical, and stop caring about everything. If you're feeling totally burnt out, it might take months or even years to fully recover, but here are some tips on how to improve your situation and prevent it in the future. Tip number 1, recognize what is causing the burnout. There are 2 factors that contribute to burnout. Number 1 is working on the wrong thing or something that you don't really care about. This could be something that might actually look good on paper, but over time you start asking yourself, is this really it? Second one is overworking or overcommitting yourself, trying to hit deadlines and working long hours beyond what you feel capable of. You might always feel like you're behind or trying to catch up because you're just constantly stretching your limits. So first, recognize exactly what's causing the burnout. Are you working on entirely the wrong things, overworking, or both? Tip number 2, I don't know who needs to hear this, but it's okay to stop. I have ADHD and sometimes it honestly feels like I hit minor burnout every other week. It feels like there's way too many tasks for me to catch up on and I'm always feeling behind. Between laundry, doing the dishes, cleaning, and actual work that I want to do, it never ends. So it's okay to get off of the hamster wheel. Give yourself time and space to reprioritize and reinform your direction. You're the driver of your own life, and no matter how hard you try, you cannot run on fumes and a broken engine. Tip number 3, less is more. If you can't stop and don't have the privilege of taking months off of work or whatever you're trying to take care of, just do less. List out everything that you feel like you need to do and circle just the top 3. Even better if you can just circle 1. What is absolutely necessary for life to continue? If everything is your number 1 priority, nothing is your number 1 priority. With the extra time and energy, carve out space for yourself. It's not selfish or lazy, it's necessary. It might seem kind of backwards in the short term, but in the long term, this is the only way to make a change. Tip number 4, change your environment. A new place will inspire new ideas and a new environment will help you readjust your perspective. If everyone around you is also running on the same hamster wheel, put yourself in a place where there is no hamster wheel. When you're burnt out, all of your focus is inward, so instead focus outward. Be present, take everything in, and be open to new or different experiences. If you're working on the wrong thing, it means that the right thing exists outside of the set of experiences that you currently know. Tip number 5, talk to more people. You probably live in a bubble of your own friends, family, and coworkers. Simply talking to people and listening to their stories will help you understand what's possible. For example, you can talk to a new person at the grocery store while you're waiting in line, say hi to the person next to you at your local coffee shop, or go to a free community event that you've never been to before. If you are able, helping someone with a small task might also help readjust your perspective. Focus on listening and soaking in new information. Again, focus outward to expand your sense of possibility instead of doubling down on how negative your current situation feels. Tip number 6, set boundaries. If you are overworked, you need to learn how to say no. Yes, there are times in life that you have to push yourself a little bit in order to get you to where you want to go. However, you have to give yourself an equal amount of time to rest and recover. Be aware of what the line is between sprinting a sprint and sprinting a marathon. Nobody is going to die if you finish something 2 days later than expected. Nobody is going to die even if you quit. Even if somebody is actually going to die, you need to take care of yourself first before helping anyone else. Last one, tip number 7, ask for help. You'd be surprised at how many people are willing to help or at least listen to you. Sometimes all it takes is a simple question. Would you mind listening to me rant for 15 minutes? Can you help me do this task that I am irrationally dreading? Can you cook and eat with me? You don't have to figure everything out alone. We're all doing this thing called life together. That being said, comment below if you have dealt with burnout and have tips for handling it. Maybe your story will help someone else. If you're feeling burnt out right now, I was just there and it's going to be okay. As long as you make some small positive changes every day, time will get you to a better place. If you got something out of this video, like and subscribe for more learnings about mental health and mindset. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.